I'm packing up my whole life and moving halfway across Australia to a state that I've never even been to. Now, I thought it was about time I sat down and talked about what's going on. There's been quite a lot of things happening in the background that I haven't spoken about, so let's talk about them. Just a quick recap, if you're new to the channel, basically I quit my job in the mines just over 12 months ago, so me and my partner could go traveling around Australia. So I started posting a few videos when I was building this car here behind me, and they pretty much immediately started going viral on TikTok, and then not long later, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Shorts as well. And then as we traveled around Australia, I continued making these videos, and I was able to grow quite a large following across all social media platforms. Now, my original plan for the trip around Australia was to pull up in WA and work in the mines for 6 months to a year. Now, about 4 months into the trip, I had my social media following up over probably 300,000 across all platforms, and I started to make a little bit of money. Nothing to live off, but yeah, a little bit of money was rolling in. So at that point there, I pretty much had to make the decision if I wanted to dive headfirst into social media or go and work in the mines. Now, I ended up choosing the social media. So we turned around and headed home. I bought a new camera and I started doing YouTube. My plan was pretty much to build my dream GQ Patrol and then give it away to one of my followers who purchases an entry via my merch store or subscribing to my Patreon. So I was hoping this would bring in enough funds for me to do this full time and live off. Now, I went out, bought a new camera, started doing YouTube, which I didn't know how to use a camera, I didn't know how to edit. So I was sort of learning on the way, making all this stuff up. I didn't know how to build a website and run a merch store. I didn't know anything, so I was learning all this stuff on the way. And it was going pretty well. Like, I was making a little bit of money, I was selling merch, but the workload was huge. I also rented out a workshop, which I was paying about $260 a week. So I was sort of making enough money to cover the cost of the workshop, but I wasn't really making anything on top of that. So I then had to go and get a job. So I was working 2 days a week in a job to cover the rent of our house, while the rest of the week I was working on my social media, trying to make YouTube videos, but the workload was massive. I was mainly due to just me doing it alone. I was a videographer, I was the editor, I'm shipping out the merch, building the websites, doing all the bookkeeping and accounting, and it was a lot of work, especially when I didn't really know what I was doing and I was learning along the way. So I got to a point where basically I'm not really making enough money to live off, and I was tossing up whether to go back and work in the mines. Now, at this point when I was tossing up whether to go back and work in the mines or to keep persisting, I was contacted by a guy named Harley from Ozzo, and he asked me if I was interested in collaborating with his 4-drive enthusiast brand called Ozzo. So I got on a call with him, and he basically told me that he wants to build a 4-drive enthusiast channel where they're going to build some epic 4-drives, mainly Land Cruisers and stuff like that, ready to tour Australia and then give them away. So pretty much Harl said they need someone down in Mornington, Victoria, which is where they're based, in the next 6 months to help them with all their content, doing builds and stuff like that. So straight away, once Harl's told me his plans for Ozzo, what he wanted to do, I was on board right away, and I said, yup, get me down there to Mornington. Now, after a couple of months of back and forth, and I went on a trip with the Ozzo guys down to South Australia, which you may have seen on the channel. And yeah, basically they offered me a full-time job, 5 days a week, on a salary working for them. And I said, yep, let's do it. So basically, to make a long story short, things weren't really working out with my own social media channels and stuff like that. Ozzo have the funds to do these huge builds and go on 4-drive trips and basically create a 4-drive enthusiast brand, and I wanted to be a part of it. Now, what does that mean for Trippin'? Now, I am going to be continuing with my own channel and creating content for my own stuff, so don't worry about that. We're still going to be doing all my own stuff. I'm even going to try and post more than I already am right now. So Ozzo are allowing me to do my own stuff on the side. Just basically means I'm going to have way more resources now, better cars to film with. We're going to go on some epic trips. We've got some insane trips planned that I can't talk about now, but you will see very shortly. So yeah, when I took this opportunity with Ozzo, they said, we need you down in Mornington ASAP. So I pretty much jumped in the car and drove straight down. So I'm down here for 4 weeks. I'm trying to find a place down here at the moment. And then once I got a place, I'll be heading back to Coffs Harbour, packing everything into a truck and bringing the missus down to live down here. So yeah, now what does this mean for the GQ Patrol giveaway build? I will still be doing the GQ Patrol build. So we are going to be bringing that down here, and I'm going to continue working on it. It just means that I will have more resources and funds to fund the build. So what I'm going to do is get the car down here. We've got the engine and gearbox back in, which you'll see in a video soon, and it's ready for paint. So I'm going to find a paint shop down here that will paint it. So I'm going to have it professionally painted. Hopefully they'll allow us to go and do some filming and stuff like that. So yeah, we will be still doing the GQ Patrol giveaway build, and I'm going to be trying to pump that out as fast as possible, and hopefully we can get it finished this year and sort of give it away towards the end of the year around December. So stay tuned for that. That will be exciting. Now, what are we going to be doing with Ozzo? So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to talk about this yet, but we've just purchased a brand new 2023 79 Series Land Cruiser, and I'm going to be doing a full build on it. So we're heading over to Tasmania on Tuesday when I'm filming this to pick up this brand new Land Cruiser, and then yeah, we're going to be building it. We're going to be creating a YouTube channel for Ozzo, so we will be filming the whole process of the build, and it will be posted on the Ozzo YouTube, so I will keep you updated on that as well. So yeah, it's pretty crazy that I'm just packing up my whole life and moving down to a state that I've never been to before. This is my first time in Victoria. As you can see, the weather's absolutely shocking. Hopefully over the summer we can get some good weather and we can get out and explore the place. I want to head up to the Vic High Country, so we're going to be doing some trips. I want to head out to the Vic High Country. I want to head down to Tasmania. If you're from Victoria, let us know what the go is, where the best spots are for forward driving, campsites and stuff like that. So yeah, we are going to be exploring around, and I'm going to bring you guys with me, so stay tuned for all that as well. If you've got any questions about what's going on, anything I've talked about in this video, anything I've missed, leave them down in the comments of this video, and I will get back to them. I might grab yous now and we'll head over to the Ozzo warehouse, and we'll give you a little tour of what's going on over there and some of the builds they've got. They've got something close to like 10 Land Cruisers at the moment ready to be given away. I'm going to leave the link down in the description to the Ozzo website. You can become a member. They're going to be giving away pretty much a Land Cruiser every 2 weeks, which is insane. And then every second giveaway, there will be a caravan, a boat, a jet ski or something on the back of it. So if you want to get involved in that, definitely head down to the link in the description and sign up to be a member with Ozzo. Yeah, thanks heaps for watching. We'll take us over to the Ozzo warehouse and we'll have a look. All right, I forgot to film a clip at the Ozzo warehouse. Currently here in Coffs Harbour, packing all of my shit into a truck, getting ready to head back to Melbourne. I do have a few clips of the cars. I do have a few clips of the Ozzo warehouse and all the cars that we got in there, so I'll roll a few of those clips now so you can see what we got. Have a go at this. Land Cruiser caravan. Outback Tourer 4-inch and 35s. 79 series. Just picked up this 76 series. The Thor 76, it's an iconic car. This brand spanker 2023 pre-rego model, ready to be built. Trippin' Advance 300 series, thing's a weapon. You can win that thing now, link in bio. Have a go at this little tinny, $10,000 of camping and fishing gear, bang. Brand new Fish Pro, brand new Husqvarna motorbike. That thing's for sale if anyone wants it. Suron down there. We've also got a 200 series on the way, and we just bought a Troopy as well. We also have a brand new 2024 Sandy Torp 79 series currently being built by EC Off-Road. Thing is an absolute beast. All we're waiting for is the train canopy and should be ready to go. So yeah, if you're not a member, what are you doing? Get over and sign up to be a member. Thanks for watching the video. If you've got any questions, make sure you leave them down in the comments below. And yeah, I'm excited for this new journey and I can't wait to bring you all with me. Cheers.